Let's kick it over to Logan's last take. He's got the Las Vegas Aces bringing it to the close for Logan's resolutions here. Jason, I'm excited to see what Logan has to say about the Aces. So let's kick it over to him.
All right, here we go.
All right, Vegas. I'll make it short and simple because you already know. The New Year's resolutions for the now Becky Hammond-led Vegas Aces with Asia Wilson still in the fold is championship or bust. This was Chicago last season, and they got it done. They made the offseason moves it took. They rebounded from a really tough stretch at the beginning of the season, and they battled their way through a tough playoff slate, and they got it done. It's Vegas' turn to get it done. I think there's obviously some other teams that are going to be contenders this year, but if Asia Wilson wants to continue to step forward kind of as the leading lady in the WNBA in this era, that's what it's going to take. Vegas wants a ring. I think they've expressed that in the offseason moves that they've made the last couple years. They don't really need to do a ton of tinkering with the roster in order to get it done, but they do need to start performing in the playoffs and peaking at the right time in order to do it. So I expect an MVP type season from Asia Wilson, and I expect that on this show, if they're performing at anything less than a championship level, we're going to call them out for it, because that's the goal in 2022 in Las Vegas. It's to contend for championships.
Pretty simple, Jason, but I think he's pretty spot on there. A lot of people at the beginning of last season anticipated Las Vegas to be kind of that front runner. Obviously, with Angel McCoughtry going down early with an injury, that kind of put a little bit of a hinder on things. But even with McCoughtry going down, you look at that Aces roster from top to bottom. That's an extremely talented group that I thought was probably the title favorites, at least until, down the stretch of the last bit of the season when Connecticut looked absolutely unbeatable, which, is ironic. Neither one of those teams even made the finals. However, I feel like, seriously, Las Vegas on paper looks like the best team in the WNBA. So I like Logan's take there. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think Vegas can only keep getting the preseason number one ranking from us for so long on name only, and I think Logan hit it right on the head when he said peaking at the right time, because we see these flashes of Vegas as this great team, and then they make it to the playoffs and they don't make it near as far as we think they would. And obviously Chicago is the inverse of that, the team that peaked at the right time. And I think that it'll be interesting to see how Becky Hammond's leadership changes this team. I don't want to jump too much onto the coach talk, because I know you and I are probably going to hit that on our Wednesday stream, which if you're listening to this podcast, join us on twitch.tv/WNBA Nation Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. There's my advertisement. But
I like it.
I think that they have the tools there, and I think Becky Hammond is basketball savvy enough to put those tools together into a run. I don't know that I think this is their year. I think that they're 2 years off. That's going to be my prediction, and we'll talk a little bit about more of that when it comes to the coaching and the direction I think this organization is going to go. But you've got the players, and why not make the move if you've got the players? And I think Becky Hammond knows how to make that happen, and I think they've got a decent shot this year if they stay healthy, have a good attitude, and if this transition goes well to kind of the new coaching style, I think it'll go really well.
Absolutely. Jason, I think that's I think that's a great take with Las Vegas. So